Okay, welcome back to a Spire channel. I think to do, I guess, an update of the audio settings I changed. I did like the way the game sounds turned out in my previous video. The my own voice, I guess I still didn't like how that sounded, and the volume is too low. I don't think it sounded very clear sometimes, so I adjusted the gain setting on my microphone. I think part of the problem is also that I'm probably just not consistently speaking into the microphone at the correct angle. So I want to do a little experiment, do one more run before bed, right? Do another run of the Regent just to see if I can get my own voice to sound better when I'm recording these Slay the Spire 2 videos. So let's just do a quick run, to kind of experiment with the audio. I'm sure I'll get it right eventually, but it's kind of a learning process. So hopefully this one sounds better if I pay more attention to how I'm speaking into the microphone. Okay, so the Regent, we had some trouble before with the Regent on the lowest difficulty level, but now we're on Ascension 1, which arguably you could say that's easier depending on how the elite fights go and you get more relics, right? But so part of the problem we had before was that we were taking a lot of too much scaling stuff, and then not enough front loaded block, so we were taking too much damage while we were playing our powers. So we do want to keep that in mind when we're doing this Regent run, right? Well, so in addition to speaking into the microphone correctly. Okay, so do we want to get a random rare card? Do we want to remove 2 cards and take 13? Or do we want to add a colorless card? So one of 2 colorless cards. It's not one of 3 like it used to be, but in the original Slay the Spire, but that's okay. What do we want to do? Do we want to remove 2, take 3? So if we were to remove 2 strikes, would we be too low on damage? Because we don't have any way to generate the Sovereign Blade in our starting deck, right? So we remove maybe a strike and a defend. But we'd take 13 out of our initial 75 health, right? Would that be a problem? Maybe we take our chances with the random rare card. Yeah, and then the path we go is probably we want to take a camp before the elite, right? Then we can take this camp after the elite, and then do we go to this elite and this elite, or do we go here? Well, this way we get 1 elite, 2 elites, or do we take 3 elites? This is a lot of advanced hallway fights, right? Could this be potentially dangerous? Maybe we go this way. So we have a lot of upgrades at least, and get another elite here. I don't know if I tend to overvalue camps in general, or we could go this way and then go this way and take this elite here, right? Which way looks better? I guess they're kind of roughly about the same. Maybe it depends what kind of shape we're in after this elite if we want to take this fight. There's a question mark here. There's a question mark here too, though, so it's not like we're getting different numbers of those, right? So I guess we'll see. Let's see what we get from the rare card and how our crash landing. Okay, that's a good card to start with, right? So fights in Slay the Spire tend to be pretty short in general, so it's not always a problem to fill your hand with cards that clog up your deck. You do need to keep this in mind for the longer fights, but oftentimes you can win fights in your first deck cycle and Slay the Spire, or at least get close to it. So let's do this. So okay, the crash landing is really good at the corpse slug fight, right? Because we can just kill one instantly, stun the. Well, we can even just kill both. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so this is a 2 energy block card. I don't know if that's good. Crescent Spear. I haven't been impressed with this card so far. It is a sink for the stars we have to start, but I kind of don't like it in general. Do we want to take the Photon Cut, deal 10 damage, draw a card, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile? So this is overall 15 block, but the block on the second turn may or may not be useful, right? Maybe we just take the Crescent Spear, give it another chance. Okay, Toadpole, they get their temporary block when they're buffing, and you know, we kind of want to let's prevent ourselves from taking too much damage, right? We want to preserve as much of our health as we can. Okay, so we do our double block. We don't hit the one with the temporary thorns. We hit this one and then we kill it, right? And the thorns will wear off. See, I wish there was some kind of indicator like that the thorns will wear off. Like you just have to know, right? And that's you know, I kind of don't like that. Things that where you just have to know, it doesn't show you. But you know, that's just the way it is, at least for right now. Maybe that'll be, you know, one of the things they change as we go through early access and Slay the Spire 2. So Guiding Star costs stars. I don't know. We don't really have star generation besides our starter Venerate, right? We could forge just to get us a Sovereign Blade. You know, so it's just something that draws 6, but it costs 2, right? And what are we doing? Like drawing 6 cards if we're spending all of our energy to do it? This would be good if we had a lot of energy generation or 0-cost cards, which we don't. But you know, do we want to take the Rotten War just to get access to the Sovereign Blade? So at the least, this has some utility, and maybe it puts a Sovereign Blade, you know, and we'll have it the turn we need it. I don't know. Let's take that. I don't know if it's actually a good idea, but you know, we'll see. Lose 6 HP, you get 55 gold. Add Clumsy, get a random relic. I don't like the idea of getting a Clumsy card, right? It is ethereal though, so it's not that bad of a curse, right? We can't remove it for a while, which is kind of an issue. But the relic we get might be good, but this is a long time to be carrying around a curse, so even if it's not that bad of a curse, it exhausts, right? But so the relic we get would have to be good to really justify. Maybe we just take the gold. We can spare 6 health, right? Okay, so I mean, maybe we could have pathed differently too, but okay, Sludge Spinner. It will apply a debuff. I don't remember what debuff it gives, but so for now, let's just, you know. So Sludge Spinner gives weak. We should probably try to remember that for the future. We're weak, so the Crash Landing doesn't do as much damage as usual. So let's just block. Oh no, we should have played the Crash Landing before blocking, so we don't get as many curses, right? But yeah, that was a mistake. Then yeah. Okay, we get the Sovereign Blade, so we can kill it next turn at least. So maybe, I guess it didn't matter. Okay, so we took a little bit of damage, but okay. So now, do we want to gather light? I like this, right? Oh, Cosmic Indifference to put Crash Landing or the Sovereign Blade on top of our deck. But let's do the Gather Light, get a star also. So for now, I guess our strong card is the Crash Landing, right? We want to take that for now, or do we? Yeah. So this is for an elite. We might have to go through our deck a second time. So maybe we do want to watch the debris, but hopefully we still haven't gotten a potion, which is pretty unfortunate. And unfortunately, it's not the AOE elite; it's the Terror Eel. So our Crash Landing is, you know, not as good. But okay, that's just quite a pretty hairy situation that you don't have a potion. And okay, so let's just see how this goes. We gather light, and then okay, so we take a little bit more damage, but we try to get this Terror Eel down. So we do want to, well, we do want to apply Vulnerable. That's probably worth it to take an extra debris in our deck, right? Let's do that. So we did manage to stun it this turn, so we can play Rotten Ward, or we can just play the Sovereign Blade. Yeah. Well, while we have 2 energy, maybe we want to do this, and we'll be pretty close to killing it, right? So it'll be down to 43. We do have 24, 34, so we will have to potentially redraw debris, but hopefully it won't be too many of them. by the time we finish it. So okay, so it's applying a debuff. It's got the vigor, so let's just try to do as much damage as we can. So we are a little bit short in damage on our deck, right? So hopefully we can redraw our crash landing, or some other damage card, before we take too much damage from the terror eel. So I guess for now we just, ouch, this hurts. So we ended up taking quite a bit of damage before being able to oh, the Sovereign Blade doesn't go in our hand because it's already in the deck, but okay, that's good to know. We need to be careful about that. So we took a lot of damage from our first elite. We got a potion. We finally got a potion of binding, Jutsu bracelet, add a card. So we want to, well, we do have the block from the star from the Gather Light. Maybe we take another block card. Do we do this? We have a Farum star, gather a black hole. Let's take the block. So we probably want to heal here. So we probably would make it to this camp without healing if we take an upgrade. Then we heal here. But the boss of Waterfall Giant, we probably do want to be pretty close to full for the Waterfall Giant, right? Because we don't have that much damage, so it'll probably get pretty. The eruption at the end will get pretty big by the time we can kill it, right? Let's just do that, and then yeah, hopefully the next elite fight goes better than that one did. Okay, so we're taking more damage from this Gremlin Merc. Hopefully we can make it split and then play the crash landing. So we want to be able to kill it before we play the crash landing, so we can hit the gremlins that split, right? Okay, do we have enough damage for that? So Falling Star, Crescent Spear. Then we just Gather Light, and then the next turn we won't be able to kill it before we play the crash landing, huh? Unless we play our potion of binding. Oh, that's not good. So we did want to, yeah, we're weakened too. So if we play this potion, we do 6. Oh, no, that's still not enough. So I guess we just had to play the crash landing just to kill it to begin with, right? And then we just target the fat gremlin to try to get our gold back. Yeah, I think we're still okay. These gremlins, at least after it splits, are not very strong, at least on this difficulty. Okay, so yeah, it was good to not waste our potion. Dex potion, Solar Strike, Manifest Authority. Okay, the random colorless card, maybe that'll give us some help, along with the block. Oh. So we want to plating. Okay, better than nothing. Legends were true. No, we don't want to take this because we're afraid of the boss and the elite. We don't want. So this will go into our deck. This quest is not something that doesn't go into your deck. It goes into your deck and it's a dead card until you get the 600 gold in the next act. So I guess we just get a random potion. Okay, that maybe helps. So maybe we kind of do want to take, but then we take 2 advanced hallway fights. So we'd have to heal. Or else we can go to a shop and then heal twice, but then the other shop is not doing much for us. Well, let's just heal, take a couple fights, get a couple cards, and then get a relic and a card from the elite. Okay, so our crash landing would be good once we draw it, right? We just need to not minimize the damage until we can draw our crash landing and beat these corpse slugs. So, unfortunately, we're not able to block, so can we 18, 25, so we could kill one and then it would stun the corpse slug and hopefully we draw the crash landing before we take damage. This is a little bit risky, right, if we don't manage to draw the crash landing, but well, we feel like gambling, right? So let's stun the corpse slug. They'll be strong if we can't kill them, but hopefully we draw the crash landing. Well, we have a maybe like a 50-50 chance. Oh no, we didn't get it, but we can block, so we get the crash landing the next turn, hopefully. Let's see what a random card list does. Catastrophe. Play 2 random cards from a draw pile. Maybe one of them will be the crash landing. Okay, we were able to block at least, so. And we thinned our deck so we could get the crash landing to win the fight the next turn. So we did successfully navigate this fight without, you know, anything bad happening. Okay, Flex Potion, we probably want that instead of the Dexterity Potion. Or do we want to keep the Dexterity Potion for the boss? Well, we kind of like to have damage on the early elites though, right? So, yeah, okay, let's get the Flex Potion. Do we want an AoE card that reduces their strength? Do we want Celestial Might? Go with the Flex Potion, not so great without the Flex Potion. Astral Pulse. Okay, we do have some star generation, so maybe we can make use of that. We probably want to be careful about taking more stars. Cards that cost star rather than cards that gain star. Hopefully this elite goes better than last. Okay, this is good for our crash landing, right? Yeah. And then we've got Astral Pulse, so we just... Oh no, but they gain 6 block. We do 40, but they gain 6 blocks, so... So we're doing 30. That's still enough, right? We still kill them. Thanks to the strength of crash landing. Yeah, so I think... Okay, this elite went really well. Oh, Toxic Egg! We got upgraded skill cards starting from, you know, right now, Act 1. That's really good. We didn't manage to get a skill though. Okay, that's a little bit of a bummer, but we don't want to take the guiding star because we want to spend the stars on, you know, on this and this, right? Pillar of Creation, whenever we create a card, gain 3 blocks. So that's when we create our Sovereign Blade, when we create our random colorless card, when we create our Debris, right? So that might not be that bad, right, with the crash landing. And then, although I don't know, we'll be filling up our deck early with crash landing if we... And Pillar of Creation, we do have to spend an energy to get it down in the first place, so it is a little slow. Is it worth taking just to make crash landing a block card to get a little bit more block and Manifest Authority? And when we get the Sovereign Blade to begin with, but not... That doesn't seem that... Well, I mean, we can try it, right? Like, I don't know if this will be good, but... Okay, let's give it a shot. Do we really want to hope for card creation stuff? Because right now we're kind of doing the star thing. We've got a random crash. Let's try it. I guess we're experimenting, right? Okay, and it didn't really help this with this cultist thing. Yeah. That's not a good start to the fight. We didn't draw any damage cards on the free turn. They're gaining ritual. So the damp cultist is just stronger than the calcified cultist. So this one starts stronger, but this one becomes stronger. Okay, faster. So we want to... Oh, we didn't get the crash landing before the Manifest Authority, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to take some damage. Unless the random colorless bails us out. Okay, draw 2. Maybe we get a crash landing. We did not. Okay, so... We have 5 stars. We want to spend 3 of them on the Astral Pulse. The other 2 maybe we want for the Falling Star, right? So it might not be a good idea to... Well, how badly do we need the block from the... Or the vulnerable from this? We probably do want that, right? We could get another star from there potentially, but maybe it's too risky to spend stars, so... Okay, so I guess we just... Yeah, we don't want to risk playing. We might not want to spend the star, right? So we might... I mean, if we end up playing the Gather Light, we might. So let's put this on top then, and then so we'll have 42 40 damage, you know, for the, and then plus some more from vulnerable, right? So this one will die if we play both of our AoE cards. So let's start hitting the damp cultist. So this will bring them both in kill range, right? If we get both of our area of effect damage cards to avoid, you know, taking damage. So we didn't get the astral pulse, but we did get crash landing. So we can kill the calcified cultist if we put the vulnerable on it, right? Or if we just follow up the crash landing with the sovereign blade. But this is cheaper, right? So we can do this, and then we can still block a bit. Oh no, we can just kill. Okay, we win. We didn't need both AoE cards. Okay, so that was perfect. So now we get an upgrade to skill due to our Toxic. Are any of these good? Draw 4, put 1 from hand. So right now we don't really have enough energy to be playing, you know, all the cards we draw. This might be good later. Choose 2 cards to transform into minion strikes. So this is kind of delayed damage, but you know, it does remove the strikes from our deck, right? And or we can even remove the debris, I guess, with crash landing. So I think I do like the charge right now. So now do we need to rest to be safe from the waterfall giant, because we don't have a lot of damage, right? So we might end up, well, it might end up lasting a long time and giving us a big eruption at the end. Or can we smith? Upgraded colorless. Yeah, I think we probably just do want to play it safe, right? Yeah. I don't know if this is necessary, but maybe it is. So yeah. The waterfall giant, you know, 250. So we probably do want to play the fish oil for the strength, right? I'm a little bit afraid of this boss right now. So let's damage for. Maybe we could have played the flex potion that turn too. Maybe we could save it for when if we can get vulnerable though. I don't know. Steam eruption. So now we want to. Okay, how do we want to play this? We can make it vulnerable. We crescent spear. Because we do want to kill this boss fast before the steam eruption, you know, builds up too much. We kind of don't want to. We don't want to kind of let this drag on. Maybe we just go. Maybe we just go all in on damage, and then maybe with the flex potion. Okay, so right now I guess do we want to? But right now that might be a waste of stars because we're not able to hit it much this turn, right? Unless, well, we can play the crescent spear, and then the strike. Where did our? Okay, but this costs 3 stars, right? And I don't know, maybe this would save us some damage. But we're okay. So I guess we just want a crescent spear, venerate. Yeah, just to make sure we have the stars. Okay, I'm not sure that's completely right, but we'll see. So now we can random colorless. Maybe that'll give us something useful. Yeah. Ultimate defend. Maybe not so useful. All right, so do we flex potion in case we draw? We probably. Do we want to use a potion of binding also? It's a little risky, right? What if we draw strike? Okay, so let's just do this. Oh, we got another minion strike. We probably should have played flex potion. Oh well. Okay, so now while we have the 2 energy, I guess we just play the sovereign blade. I'll scale up more later. The steam eruption's at 21 now. But now I guess we play the crash landing just to try to, well, after the falling star, right? But then we can't play the astral pulse. So maybe we do use our potion of binding. Or we use our flex potion. Crash landing, astral pulse, and then the rotten war strike. Okay, so maybe we were a little bit too scared of this fight. This isn't going as bad as I thought. It does heal though, and now it's at 24 eruption. But we're not on Ascension 2 yet, so we will get a full heal at the start of the next act. So maybe we just want to burn this down as soon as possible, or do we block? Yeah, because we kind of want to end this quickly, right? Before the eruption gets too big. Yeah. Or do we block a bit? Maybe we block a bit with this, but... Okay, 21. Okay, so we can get 2 more minion strikes, right? So we transform these cards we don't want into minion strikes. We can manifest authority or crash landing, or we can play the sovereign blade. Well, we'll have the sovereign blade next turn. So do we want to make sure we get the crash landing? Gonna get some. Yeah, that'll help us block a little bit too, right? So let's. What? Oh, that was the random colorless, not the one that puts it on top of your deck. I was thinking of a different card. Okay, that was bad. Okay, I should not have done that. Yeah, I don't actually have the card that puts it on top of your deck. I didn't take it. I took a different card. Okay. Yeah. I'm just confusing myself. Okay, so Minion Strike, Crescent Spear, Sovereign Blade. Yeah, and then we should be able to win the fight soon before the Steam Eruption. So you can see how this is a damage race, right? Like you kind of don't want to wait around too long. And so now next turn we'll be taking 33, and we can block some. It doesn't matter though. We'll be fine, right? So well, you can weaken it if you can, right? But we don't have any way to weaken it right now with no stars. So we do survive just a little bit. Yeah, that waterfall boss, that scares me the most out of the Act 1 bosses I've seen so far. Got our colorless potion. Okay, we got... Oh, the smith. It costs 4 stars though, but it forged 40. That, you know, with our toxic egg. This is no good. And, this is kind of slow too, right? But it's good after you get it down. So do we just need to hope that we get more star generation in the future with, you know, how this is going? Yeah, hopefully we can pick up some star generation, right? We probably want to remove... Maybe we need to get rid of the Crescent Spear we added earlier, because now we don't really want to be spending stars on that, right? Maybe even our Falling Star, that might not be good too. We need a way to generate stars. So let's see what our bonus is. Upgrade 4. Sauce draw pile, gain 1 strength. Okay, so right now we are relying on attack damage for a lot of our... Or do we take the special path? Do we upgrade 4? So the special path, I know you get two relics, right? So that might help. Do we just want to upgrade 4 maybe, or... We need a way to generate stars. This doesn't... Okay, so maybe we need to upgrade or venerate. Okay, so maybe we can upgrade 4, and one of them can be the venerate for the stars. Maybe the other ones can just be block cards. Let's see when we're creatable. So the Astral Pulse, we're not as, you know... I mean, right now we're more worried about our star income, right? So, okay, let's upgrade our block cards too, I guess. Yeah. Well, maybe we can upgrade the random colorless card. You know, maybe that'll help. Rotten War. Do we upgrade this? 97. Probably don't want to upgrade that. So, yeah, let's do the... Maybe we just do the Astral Pulse. So sometimes we do want to play that, right? Or do we do... Yeah, okay. Let's do the Rotten War. I'm not sure. Okay, so we got those upgrades. Let's see if we can... Okay. We want to get to a shop, right? Because we have a lot of gold. But this shop, there's no camp on the way like there is for this side, right? We do want to be taking fights to, you know... So we can get rewards from our toxic egg. Let's see. We can go this way to get a shop too, right? There's an elite here. I mean, we kind of need the shop, right? We need to get stars, and we need to remove strikes from our deck, maybe. And we have toxic egg and stuff could be upgraded to begin with, right? So how many fights can we afford to take on 75 health? I mean, there's also a chance we get a random shop from the question marks, right? I don't know if we really want to count on that. So maybe with... So even without going to a shop, we can potentially get upgraded cards from Toxic Egg. So there's, if we could take either of these paths, it's only one camp, right? Like, there's 2 camps if we go here, but no shop, and there's one elite. So maybe we'll just have to take a later shop and then go camp, shop, elite, camp, elite. Yeah, let's do that, right? So maybe we can also, this could also be an option depending on how the initial fight goes. So I guess we start going this way towards the camp and see how we feel. We do need to get to the shop. Okay, Bullbug, if we can block, we can stun it, but can we block? We can't. We have enough damage to blow up this Bullbug though. We're not generating any cards, so maybe we just weaken it to make the damage we take lower, or no, we need all the stars to play this, right? And then we won't be able to kill this turn if we don't have the stars. Okay, so maybe we play the colorless potion to see if we can get something. Jackpot! Yeah, that helps. That helps quite a bit. So we can make this vulnerable. Then how do we want to play this? Do we spend 1 star for 30 damage? Right, and then... Wow, we have a lot of... Oh, so the jackpot added star cards to our deck, so the Crescent Spear became stronger. Okay, so that's good. 39. Yeah, we've got... Okay, so yeah, that colorless potion, getting the jackpot was... Yeah, we hit the jackpot. Alright, that was pretty lucky. We don't want this. Even the one we have hasn't really been doing much for us, right? So, do we want to take the upgraded damage card? Right now, we're worried about our star generation. We're worried about our... Are we worried about our block? We do have this. Yeah, we are a bit worried, but although we have potential for Toxic Egg later. Maybe this is strong enough now, though, that we just take it. Now, let's skip. Well, do we want this? 7 damage to all? No. Let's hopefully we get something better. Oh, okay, we can spend some of our gold and get a relic, a game piece. 3 random relics after 5 combats. So that's not going to help us now, but by the end of the act, maybe... Well... Yeah, maybe we can do that instead of the shop, right? 5 random relics. So hopefully we can, not do too bad. So now we just want to focus on surviving, right? And then 5 fights. So 1, 2, camp, 3... So we're probably going this way instead now, right? So we don't have as much gold, just to make sure we can survive. Well, it depends what shape we're in here. 4, and then 5. Yeah, 5. Okay, so let's start taking these fights so we can get our payoff. Tunneler. So, okay, so... Well, we want to preserve our hit points, right? So... 16 damage, 9 damage, 4 to 7. We need to save our stars. Okay, so... The plating did help us block the previous turns, and that was convenient. So, do we want to get a random upgraded colorless card? Well, those random upgraded colorless cards can come in clutch, right? We could hit the jackpot. We got a Flash of Steel. Okay, that's better than nothing. So maybe we charge first. So when he gains block, he gains 32 block, and if we can remove the 32 block, we could stun it, right? So we want to prioritize damage right now. And then we we gain the stars because we probably need them later with our deck. So now if we can do 32 damage, we can stun him and not take this damage here. So we can forge 40 Sovereign Blade. Wow. Okay, that was good. Forge 10, next turn gain energy, so that's another slow card, right? High cost card. We don't have enough stars for this. This, it refunds the energy the next turn, but... It's upgraded, but... I feel like we kind of need... like, just block and immediate damage. Although this kind of is immediate damage. If you don't have the Sovereign Blade, you could... Well, let's try it. If you didn't have it already, I guess you would get it. It could hit for 20. 20 is not a lot. You do need to forge first. Okay, well, hopefully we, do 5 more fights and then don't take too much damage so we can get our payoff. Okay, this we can stun it if we block full block, right? And then we charge to get. So we can get rid of the star cards that cost star that we don't want to play, right? Well, the Pillar of Creation hasn't been doing much for us either. Let's get rid of that. That Pillar of Creation has not, been good so far. So, okay, so let's play our Crash Landings to minimize the debris we get. Then we get our random colorless and hope we hit the jackpot again. And this will full block the Bulldog. Oh, Master of Strategy, we can draw 4 cards, but okay, now our hand's full from these stupid debris. So maybe we just do this and then we save the Master of Strategy for later, maybe in case. Alright, so we got our Astral Pulse. Do we have the damage to kill the Bulldog? We do. So we can... But then the Slumbering Beetle will hit us. But we can't block much anyways, right? We could play the Venerate. Okay, so Astral Pulse. And then I guess we had to play Sovereign Blade or 2 attacks. I guess we play Sovereign Blade to save the star. Well, we can Venerate and play 2 attacks and save the Sovereign Blade. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is going to debuff us. Or maybe we should have killed it to prevent the debuff. Okay. Well, I guess we're not sure. And now we are taking a good amount of damage if we don't draw a block. Do we want to spend 2 stars to make it vulnerable, or do we want to try to play this? We can't play the Smith this turn though, right? So we make it weak just to prevent some damage. Forge the Sovereign Blade. Wait until later when we're not weak, right? But we can. So now we're a bit low on stars, so we probably want. Oh, we can get rid of the debris. All right. So we are taking a lot of damage from this advanced hallway fight. That's not good. All right, Master of Strategy. So now our... Okay, so we just do as much damage as we can. Well, we can block more this turn at least. So let's see how much damage we have. 27, 33. Not enough to kill it, right? So maybe we just block this turn and sit tight. Do we refill our stars? We have the Crescent Spear coming out. We already have enough stars for that, so maybe we just play the Strike. So Crash Landing, Sovereign Blade. Okay, we finally win. Okay, that fight hurt quite a bit. Okay, no die place. That might be good since we're short on energy and we like those debuffs, right? We don't have the stars for this. let's take this. So now we want to heal just to increase the chance that we survive long enough to actually get the payoff from our mystery tickets, right? Although we could upgrade this and then heal here instead. Yeah, we're not going to take that much damage from this. So let's... Well, we might. That last fight, we took a lot of damage, right? This next advanced hallway fight, who's to say we won't take a lot of damage from there, too? Yeah, let's rest. We can upgrade after this if we want. Okay, well, let's do that. Mites. Okay, so we can crash landing. We can't smith, unfortunately, with only 3 stars. So we can know thy place. So we'll full block from the plating, right? So we don't need to worry about this hitting us. So let's try to do more damage to this one. And then we crash landing. So do we want to spend 2 stars on the falling star? Probably not, right? We might get our astral pulse. We might get our... We might get the crescent spear. Maybe we save the stars. We already full block from plating, so we exhausted the couple debris. Yeah, okay. Double toxic, ouch. So we can get the Sovereign Blade, hit for 20, but that's not enough to actually kill it. We'll get the energy back next turn. We'll take damage if we don't get rid of these toxics. Yeah, this is going to hurt. So I guess we just play the toxics and try to minimize the damage until we can get our... So we again did not draw our Astral Pulse. We have 4 energy because of the... what we played last turn, right? With the Refined Blade. So if we rot in war, we'll upgrade our Sovereign Blade to 29, so we can kill this, right? So now we want to block as much as we can. So we probably do want to play the Cloak of Stars, right? So kind of 14. We've got 2 from plating. Yeah, so we can play this. And then, well, we could play the random... Or do we want to gain the star? Yeah, we'll get the Astral Pulse, right? We gain the star. Okay, so we did manage to block. Crescent Spear strike. That's not enough. It's almost done. Well, we'll win next turn, and then the toxic debuff won't damage us anymore. Okay, so we managed to not take too much at least. This takes stars, and we don't have a lot of stars. We don't have a lot of energy either, so it would be nice if we can take this too, right? Do we just take it and hope it helps us? Like, I think we kind of need to get our star income more in order, right? Like, Kingly Punch. So every time you draw it, it gets more. So 11, and then 14, and then 17. Scales up really slow, right? With a big deck. I guess we can get another charge. That's been working pretty well. I mean, this is pretty good though when we actually play it and want to spend more energy. I guess we. So charge. Does that creating cards count for the Pillar of Creation? Maybe it does. We should probably check that. 3 foul potions, or 1 uncommon potion. So we can throw the potions at the merchant for 100 gold. Well, that's a lot of gold, but we'd have to get rid of these potions. Maybe we just get an uncommon potion. That's not the greatest potion. Or maybe I'm just not good at using the stable serums. Okay, so these potions are... Yeah, maybe we should have just... Yeah, I don't know. Enemies drop more gold. Okay, so do we go to the shop or do we... Do we get an upgrade? I guess we get an upgrade? Or do we heal? How much damage could this elite give? So do we overheal just because we're afraid? We do have 3 potions. Let's do an upgrade. I guess we upgrade our Astral Pulse. I don't know. Okay, yeah. We got the AoE fight. So, okay, so which one do we want to target? 24. Do we want to use a potion? We probably do want to use a potion, huh? Well, what are we hoping to draw? Crash Landing. Colorless Potion might help. Let's see what the Colorless Potion gives. At the start of turn, transform a card in your hand. So we can do 8 more AoE damage. We can do 11 block. If we do 8 more AoE damage, will that be enough to kill one? So we're getting vulnerable, so this is already 27 to 1, and then if we do 8, so that'll be 39 total. So we can't kill, right? Although that would... So maybe we just hold out for the Crash Landing later, and then we just block for now. And then we weaken just to lower the amount of damage we're taking, and then we Astral Pulse, right? Then we Refine Blade to have more energy next turn. Oh, well, we can... I guess this would lower the damage we take, and then it'll regrow, but maybe we'll have a way to deal with it by then. Okay. So do we get our Crash Landing? No. Do we want to, do we want to get something back? Oh no, this is the random colorless card, not the card that returns the card from your discard on top. I keep forgetting we took the other one. Well, what do we get? Secret Technique. What skill can we get? Nothing particularly useful in the right now, right? We can get Venerate just to build up with stars. So right now we just want to block, right? And then we get the Crash Landing. So this will full block thanks to the plating. We forge more, we can... Okay, let's see what we want to get. So let's get the charge so that we can thin out our deck and then get the Crash Landing sooner, right? So we don't want the Crescent Spear or the Pillar. Okay, so let's just, yeah, do it that way. Crash Landing does 26, so if we do a little bit more damage to this, then it'll be in range to be killed. This one too, right? Yeah, okay. So this one will regrow, but Crash Landing should take care of it, even if it does regrow, so... And now we got our Crash Landing. So, okay, we're good. Perfect. We handled that elite fight really well. We got the Tuning Fork. So this is a thing we need to pay attention to make sure we're playing as many skills, you know, to maximize this. If there are situations where we've already won the fight and we're just, you know, wanting to end the fight at high, you know, progress towards our Tuning Fork or things like that, right? So that's something that we needed to do more when we were playing our previous runs. And one more fight, we get the 3 random relics. Another Refined Blade, another Child of the Child of the Stars. So it's when we spend stars, getting block for each star. So that'll help our star cards, right? Right now we're having trouble gaining stars to begin with. But if we do manage to solve that problem, that might be good. So it turns our star cards into block cards too. So right now we're kind of not really spending that many stars because our total star income is not so good, right? But well, maybe we take it and then see if we can turn that into something good. So now we want to upgrade, and then we fight this advanced hallway to finish getting our free relics, right? And then the elite, and then we rest before the boss, and the boss is a knowledge demon. So that okay. Knowledge demon puts annoying debuffs on you the longer the fight goes, so it is maybe not so good that we don't have like a lot of damage, right? So on the knowledge demon, we'll probably need to use a smith, right? So let's smith. What do we smith? Or do we just heal just to play super save and overheal, right? But yeah, maybe we don't want to do that. So I guess we just upgrade Crescent Spear, get some more damage. So we've got Bulldog and Tunneler. Okay, let's see what our upgraded Coalesce card is. Secret Technique. What skill do we want to get? So what we really want to do is play the Smith if we can't. Okay, so do we get Gather Light and then we don't want to play this. This is a waste of stars, right? So we can thin out our deck with Charge. Maybe we just Gather Light to block and then gain a star, and then we can play Smith. We were already almost full blocking with Defend anyways. We probably should have gotten the Venerate. Okay. But that was probably a mistake. Okay, so maybe we play Crash Landing. A 19 damage Crash Landing while we're weak. And it doesn't help stun the Tunneler after it gains the block. And we're taking 5 with our plating. So I guess we just Forge and then we play this power. No, we thin out our deck. Okay, so I guess we thin out our deck a bit. And then we start forging. Save the energy for next turn. So now we want to stun this, right, if we can to... And we'll gain 9 block from our Child of the Stars. So this will make us not be able to smith, but maybe we won't need to smith if we can just stun it this turn and then... Okay, so 18, 20... So we need to play this, so we can see if we can... what we draw first also. Crescent Spear. Alright, so do we... So Crescent Spear would stun it, right? We can Sovereign Blade, you know, let's do it this way. So we won't be able to smith. But maybe we can. We didn't take the big hit while it had the block. Can we draw into block? We drew into a little bit of block. Alright. Oh, we didn't have enough cards. Okay, that's the problem with that card, is if we don't have enough cards in our deck. We are taking a little bit of damage. But we will get our 3 relics after this combat, so you know, hopefully we'll be in good shape. So next turn. So we need to get... We need to... do we have enough damage? Hopefully we do. Let's see what this... Well, let's see what the random coalesce, or do we just do damage? Maybe we just do damage. 18, 26, 44, 50. Not quite enough. What's the random coalesce? Volley. Okay, we don't have to spend stars, and we can do 28 damage. We don't have to... Debris. Okay, let's do that. Hopefully we don't... So are we able to do 32? We can do 27. What about it? So I guess we just block. So at least we minimize the damage we take. We can smith, so when we draw the Sovereign Blade, or do we just start damaging it? And so to see, if we can, just to play it safe. So if we spend more stars, we can get more block, right? So maybe we just play the smith. So we charge to thin out our deck, and then so we'll get the damage we need to. Yeah, so we did get blocked from the power. So now, hopefully we can do the 32 damage, right? Uh-oh. Are we going to draw into it? No. Yikes. Clarity extract. Okay, we got the Sovereign. Okay. So now we got our relics. Lantern, Gremlin Horn, White Beast Statue. Okay, that should help quite a bit. We got a Beetlejuice, enemy attack. Okay, so that'll help prevent damage. Okay, we don't want these. Okay, now we go into the elite fight. This infested prism. Yikes. Maybe we do use the Beetlejuice. Save the stars. Okay, so maybe we want to smith somehow later, but this is probably a good use of stars. So we retain our hand. We want to smith later, but maybe we can spend 1 star on that, or do we want to? No, well, let's just. So we're thinning out our deck to get to what we're trying to get quicker, right? Okay. The shrink is saving us some damage at least. I guess. Ouch. Ouch, ouch. Well, let's see what we draw. Okay, we got our free energy from the Vital Spark. Okay, we could Venerate, we get our Forge, right? So now we can start forging, or do we want to... We need to prevent the damage from... Maybe we just, Maybe we just forge and then just try to play the Sovereign Blade a couple times and then get out of this fight. Okay, so we got our Crash Landing, which our hand is full, right? So we're not getting a lot of debris. Draw a card, draw a card. Okay, so now we play our Sovereign Blade, because we need to play this so it can get reshuffled into our deck, right? Oh no, it's retained. Yeah, we need to redraw it and play it again, right? And then yeah, I guess we just do it that way. We did not get our Sovereign Blade. We're taking 26 damage. Uh-oh. Or we can make it weak. That'll help a bit. We can't damage it, but okay. And we got from spending stars we got blocks, so at least we're still alive. Okay, this is a pretty dangerous fight. We got our crash landing again. Okay, so we got through it. Fortifier, that's not very helpful right now. Centennial Puzzle, that is pretty helpful. Another Smith, but we can barely play the Smith we already have. We don't have the stars for this. We don't want this. So now we're going into the boss with half health. Well, a little bit more than half health. Hopefully we'll be okay. But this is looking pretty bad. We need to play Smith as soon as we can, right? We need to forge up. We can thin out our deck to get rid of the stuff we don't want to play. So we don't want in this fight. We don't want the Astral Pulse. We don't want the stars. We want to start getting stars, forging. Okay. Okay, so I guess we draw fewer cards each turn instead of taking 6 damage. So okay, we did manage to Smith. We probably don't use this potion here, right? Yeah, not for 2 damage. So whenever we create a card, gain a block. But we do want to get our powers down. See what this is. Okay, so yeah, do we get block when we create cards with this? We do. Okay, so that's good to know. Do we make it vulnerable? We spend 2 start. Nah. Ouch. So maybe we triple our block just to... So now we do want to... Yikes. So this would give us a lot of block, right? But we're not taking a lot of damage. This is maybe a little bit too early to be playing this and getting a lot of debris. Okay, random colorless panic button. That doesn't help right now, but this will help later. Okay, we play our Sovereign Blade. So if we can maybe forge the Sovereign Blade again, play it a couple more times, we can get out of this. Okay, do we okay, yeah, we get rid of a couple more strikes, right? Or do we get rid of the Falling Star? Well, this could come in handy if we really need the weak. Okay, forge more. We should play the extra defend just for the tuning fork charge, right? Cannot play more than 3 each turn, and their turn takes 7 damage. Okay, so we're not playing many cards each turn to begin. Well, we do have the minion strikes. So maybe we just try to kind of slowly stall it out and, you know, with the big Sovereign Blade. So Crash Landing will gain a lot of block, right? So we can block this turn, or we can just gather life vulnerable. Okay, so we can create more cards to gain block also, because with our Pillar of Creation. And then we can gather light. Do we want to play? Maybe skip this one more time. And then we create a couple more blocks. So we're really thinning out our deck. So we'll be able to get the Sovereign Blade more often than the Smith, right? Okay. Still okay for now. Oh, 30 damage. Okay, this is where the panic button is good. Well, let's play this. Well, we can get 12 block from the Smith, right? So then the Sovereign Blade will be 104 now. Do we still panic or... Maybe not. Maybe next time. Okay. Okay, we can only play 3 cards a turn, right? So... One. Okay, 2. 3. Okay, 1 more Sovereign Blade and we'll just about have it, right? Oh, this fight was scary. But I think we do, we might have it if we... Oh, he's gonna debuff me again. 1. 2. That doesn't help. I guess this will let us play the Smith again if we need it to block. 1 less energy or take 8 damage. We still have these, right? So maybe we just take 1 less energy. Okay, we can gain block with the Smith like we were saying, right? And then Manifest Authority. Random colorless. Okay, 1 more Sovereign Blade, right? So if we can just survive, hold on a little bit longer. There we go. Oh, right before we were about to be killed, possibly too. So we did manage to navigate the fight well enough to survive, and yeah, that was scary. Okay, Radiant Tincture. Oh, no, we don't have the stars. Increase the cost of Sovereign Blade. Okay, so this will make the Sovereign Blade hit double, right? Okay, this will let us draw 3, but okay, maybe we do this. Have we seen No New Pape before? However you pronounce that? Oh, we can get Apotheosis, our old friend from original Slay the Spire. Not as good in this run, I guess, because we already had Toxic Egg upgrading so many of our cards. Enchant all cards with Glam. This card has wow! So, like, in our first deck cycle, everything will play twice. That seems insanely good. 2 or fewer cards take half damage. Okay, yeah, we definitely want this, right? Oh no, it's all card rewards, not all cards in our deck. Ah! Okay, I need to slow down when I'm reading stuff, but okay. Maybe those card rewards will be good though. Then when they play double the first time we play them. All card rewards, not just 1 out of the 3, right? Okay. So we do need to get a shop to spend our gold. So do we go here? And then we go to a camp. We fight an elite, do another camp, so we're not fighting too much. Do we go shop? Elite. Camp, elite, or... So maybe since we're having trouble staying alive, do we just want to take 1 elite fight and just go this way? Maybe on like a higher difficulty level, we would want to get more relics, right? But you know, maybe we'll just sell out for now and take 1 elite, and then what's the boss? The Doormaker. Okay, so that can be a pretty hard-hitting boss, right? Okay, so let's go this way. Okay, Crash Landing, Astral Pulse. I'll do 44. Not enough to kill anything, right? Do we gain energy? No, we don't need to do that. But we might as well just play these. Just block as much as we can. Gain stars. take 12 damage already. Ouch, ouch, ouch. So now we can't, okay, so we can block, and then we could play Smith, and then we gain block from that, right? But we probably do want to kill this Living Shield. Does the block go away if we kill it? Pillar of Creation. So we can block if we play the Smith, right? Yeah, just gather light. Or we can also just gather light to block and play the Smith. Are we spending stars next turn? Not really, right? We don't need to play this. So gather light, the Smith. So we got our Sovereign Blade. So we'll win next turn no matter what. So we're just worried about our tuning fork, right? So let's just so we set tuning. So the block does disappear if the knight is dead. So I guess we just set tuning fork to 9 and then win the fight, right? Oh, we can't. Yeah, we need the energy to... Okay. Powder Demise. Oh, okay, this is a very strong potion. Not nearly as good in the Door Maker because we're, you know, the Door Maker switches between the door and then the Door Maker. But it'll be good on an Elite at least. So we can use that to take an Elite. Wow, so this will replay 1, but it has a star cost, so I don't know that... Oh, this looks good when we're replaying it, right? We do 18 damage, gain 4 stars the first time. Yeah, we do need our stars. Lose Radiant Tincture, gain upgraded power. Lose Powder Demise, gain upgrade... We don't want to lose the Powder Demise. Maybe we lose the Tincture and then get an upgraded power. So whenever we play Sovereign Blade, we gain 18 block instead, right? Because we're replaying. Whenever we create a card, gain... Okay, whenever we spend, gain block. Huh. So maybe we can gain block when we play the Sovereign Blade. We're taking a lot of damage. And we're losing a lot of max HP from the scroll biting. Oh, this is not good. Ooh, this is very not good. Oh, we did get the tuning fork block though. So at least we, yeah, okay. It would have been better if we had gotten, you know, Crash Landing and and the Crash Landing and what was that card called? The 18 damage Astral Pulse, but we didn't. So that's, you know, we're clogging up our deck with too much stuff and making it hard to draw what we need. Yikes. Yeah, so this is really unlucky that we keep not drawing the cards we need to actually kill these things. But we also just don't have much front-loaded damage in our deck too, besides those couple cards. At least we can gain block when we spend stars and create cards. Yeah. So we can create cards to gain block, right? Right now we have 7 stars, so... So this one, we'll still lose some max HP, right? Oh, we can spend stars to gain block, right? So, okay. Yeah, we do have the stars to... Okay, let's do that. So now we are blocking with our plating, so we can start forging. We get the Sovereign Blade, right? Okay. I guess we got blocked for creating the Sovereign Blade too. Okay, so now we want to create the more... Oh, we can gain a lot of block by double parry. 17. 10. So we're getting 18 block. So we're not able to kill that with just Sovereign Blade though, and yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done that. Yikes. We can't play the Sovereign Blade if we refine it though. So maybe we just need to gain the block. Oh, what how do we gain energy? Oh, because the Gremlin Horn. Okay. I forgot we had that. So we are blocking. Excellent. So we can play this double now. And then when we kill it, we'll gain more energy. Oh no! Ah! I should have blocked. Now we just lost more max HP. What am I doing? Okay. This is... I need to remember I have Gremlin Horn. I need to calculate the damage correctly. We did lose some max HP there, but okay, we got a regen potion, that's good. Cloaco. So we do have a little more star generation now, right? So with our solar strike, so maybe we can take a upgraded Cloaco stars that blocks for 20 and spends 2 stars, or do we do know thy place to keep the debuffs on? So maybe we take the Cloak of Stars, right? Because yeah, we need more block. Okay, we got our shop. Ornamental Fan, Pendulum, Cauldron, Secret Technique, Mind Blast, Vigor. We don't really have much that benefits from Vigor, right? Yeah. Forge 15. Maybe we just remove a strike. We can buy a potion. Another regen potion. Maybe we just buy this regen potion. We have a lot of gold. Do we take the ornamental fan? Pendulum. Secret Technique. Do we have another shop that we could spend our gold at? No. Maybe the Secret Technique would be good then. Or do we just take one of these? I mean, we might have a shop, we might have an event. We probably just take the Secret Technique then. Okay. So here we got a frog dice, so maybe we want to start healing up with our regen potions and we'll get double, right? So double regen potions actually does more than, you know, just 2 regen potions individually, right? Because the way it stacks. I mean, if it's long enough, right? But, you know, so we'll probably... And we get a potion at the end, which might be a statue, right? So... And we're taking damage this turn. That's not good. Wait, no, we can gain enough to play the Smith. Okay, so we are blocking. Good. Strong first turn. We can regenerate. What are we getting with our Secret Technique? We can double this. So we just want to wait to not... I mean, to not take this damage, right? Maybe we just get the Cloak of Stars that replays. Or do we take the Manifest Authority that get 2 random colorless cards? 16, that would almost full block. And then we have a lot of regen, right? So yeah, maybe we take 2 random upgraded colorless cards, and maybe we'll get something good. Deal 11. Wait, no, we didn't get 2 random colorless cards. Wait, that card doesn't replay. Okay. It's not everything that replays, it's just the cards that have replay. That was foolish. Okay, so now we need to spend stars to gain block. We'll double the Sovereign Blade, right? The outer deck. Alright, well, we should still be okay though. We are regenerating, and then we have double Sovereign Blade when we need it. So yeah, let's just thin outer deck more. Okay, we'll parry, so when we do play the Sovereign Blade. Why does this cost 3? Oh, because he put the debuff on me. But did he put it? Oh, the Sword Sage increases the cost of the Sovereign Blade. Okay, so it's not... Okay. So let's gain some stars. Minion Strike. But I will be gaining 18 block when I play the Sovereign Blade, right? So, okay, we can make it weak. So now it'll do 180. Yeah. Okay. Energy Potion. That's good. We don't have much energy. Okay, so this is pretty strong, although not nearly as strong on the Doormaker, right? But and this would cost a lot of stars to replay. This would cost a lot of stars to replay also. Maybe we just get a double Forge card. Just to scale up the Sovereign Blade really quickly. Alright. So what do we want to upgrade? We need to... Okay, well let's make... Yeah, we don't have much energy. Let's make this faster. Rainbow Ring. Okay, gain strength and dex every time you play attack scale power. Okay, trade our plating for our strength. No. Trade white beat statue to blood vial. No, we need that. Trade lantern for bronze scale. I don't like any of these options. Maybe we don't need the plating that much. Well, maybe we trade the lantern for bronze scales. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, this Soul Nexus, so this is the elite that we had to fight, right? And the Powder Demise is probably not that strong against the Doormaker, so maybe we just use the Powder Demise here. So we apply weak. Okay, we can block with our debris, right? So that's good. And then we're slowly killing it with our Demise Potion. And we're taking a lot of damage as to... Well, we can use this. So we can gain block when we play Sovereign Blade. We can double forge it. It's 41 already. We did take some damage. So we can smith again. We don't have the card that gives stars, right? Or the block when we gain star. No. So we can play this though, gain double block. The smith. So we want to wait until we can double with the Sword Sage, right? So we want to gain more stars. Guess we can play the Crescent Blade. Oh, we can even play this. So now our star generation is looking a lot better with, you know, some of the, especially the replay star generation cards that we added to our deck. Oh, this kind of hurts. Maybe we can get 18 Blade from playing the Sovereign Blade though. Astral Pulse. Okay, we don't have the block. Oh, we have it here though. Okay. Gain block, gain block. At least lower the damage a bit. Okay. Strength Potion, Akabeko. Crush Under with the replay. Know Thy Place with replay. Conqueror with replay. Oh, okay. Yeah, we like this. So now we just want to I guess we heal. We want to be full HP for the boss, right? And we might take damage from this fight. Draw 2 fewer cards, raise max HP by 20, lose H15, upgrade 3 random cards. 20 HP could help, but 2 fewer cards is also not good. Well, maybe we just upgrade 3 random cards and we heal at the next rest site after doing this fight. Okay, so this will double the Sovereign Blade, and then maybe we can double the Sovereign Blade again when we're doing our Conqueror, right? So this Fabricator is going to summon monsters, so this AoE kind of not good right now. And this AoE, so we drew the AoE a little bit too early, unfortunately. Do we want to spend our stars, or would that be a problem? Maybe we hold on to it. Whoa. Oh, I guess we can use the crash landing, yeah. We probably should have put one less debris in our deck by getting the order better, but okay. We're going to take a lot of damage. So we can get the Sovereign Blade. So I guess do we just try to... Do we just try to win the fight next turn with the Sovereign Blade? 18. So this will go down to 90. So that's not enough, but if we do the Strength Potion or the Energy Potion, Energy Potion, I guess we just block a bit. So we won't be full health for the boss. We might not even be alive for the boss. No, we will be alive for the boss. We got this. Okay. So we do want to just make our tuning fork as big as possible. Before we win the fight. Okay. Oh, we took a lot of damage from that. That hurt. Upgraded colorless cards. Seems a bit unreliable. Deal 4 damage. We don't have so much star that this is actually good, right? Alright, let's heal. So once again, we're having trouble keeping ourselves alive with the Regent, right? We didn't get as much front-loaded block as we did in our non-Ascension run. Yeah, so we just have trouble with the front-loaded damage. Yikes. So I guess we gain our strength. Start forging. We could be in trouble. We could be in trouble. Random upgraded colorless and defend. Okay. Oh, finesse. That's good. Oh, we could play a crash landing and not take much debris, right? And gain a block from there. Though we don't need the block because we're full blocking right now. Unfortunately, we can't play the Smith this turn, which kind of sucks. I guess we start thinning out our deck. So we do manage to block this turn. Okay, so we probably want to get this down. We do want to block though. Okay, so now we scaled up the Sovereign Blade really quickly. So this turn, do we just, yeah, maybe we just cancel the attack with the door. Okay. So it turns into here. Doormaker. We did get an energy from Gremlin Horn, which will let us get Child of the Stars down. Okay. Let's see if we can somehow block this. So we can, if we forge again, we can gain 12 block. What was there anything that would do better than that? So it seems like we do need to. Yikes. Or do we want to take 10 block from there? We do get a little bit of block though. Okay. Youch. Upgraded Coalesce card go. Okay, we did get our tuning fork block. Master of Strategy. Oh, that helps. Okay, so now we got that. We could do this too. That would fill up our deck with debris, though. Maybe we don't want that now, because we kind of want to thin out our deck and play the Sovereign Blade more every turn. So maybe we exhaust and gain stars for now. Are we full blocking this turn? Right now we're only taking one, right? So maybe we can do this. So now we don't have the Sovereign Blade. So I guess we just we can gain 6 block from this, 10 block from that. We'd still take 12. So maybe we do need to play this. Okay, so that takes care of that. We can thin out our deck more so we can get the Sovereign Blade more. Astral Pulse, Charge, Refined Blade. Oh boy. Oh, this thing hits really hard. We can gain some block from Astral Pulse. We can gain some block from Charge. Oh, did I just... Oh no, I just turned my Sovereign Blade into a minion strike. Okay, that... So I need to get it back. Oh jeez. And now it resets. Oh no! So we don't want to turn... Okay, we need to be careful when we do our minion strike and... so we completely messed up and maybe that could cost us a run. Upgrade Coalesce. Okay, we got another finesse. Now we need to forge it back up again. So it's not a good idea to make a minion strike when Sovereign Blade is the only card in your draw pile. Upgrade incremental tuning fork. Maybe we just need to gain the 18 block. Maybe we should have played the vulnerable. Your hand. Okay, so now 12, okay, we can survive this turn. Defend. Okay, this crash landing can block for us by with the okay. Or we can also just block that. But wow, debris. So now we okay, so we can't conquer and Sovereign Blade, right? So we're just dead now, right? If we hadn't turned our Sovereign Blade into a minion strike, and then, you know, we probably would have been able to win, right? Because it was already stacked up a lot, and then we kind of reset the thing. Okay, so we learned our lesson. We got to be careful about when we're playing, you know, turning our cards into our deck into minion strikes, and then, you know, getting the Sovereign Blade. And then the double Sovereign Blade is strong, but it does cost 3, right? Yeah, so we kind of almost had it, right? But we kind of threw. Okay. Next time. So once again, it seems like we're struggling with Regent. Kind of need better block. Maybe we need to do to always have weak up or something. Like, it's just staying alive just seems to be a problem with the Regent if you don't get, you know, those certain block combinations. So we need to figure that out. So we unlock some more colorless cards, I guess. When you're on the colorless card, gain strength. Okay, well, we'll deal with that next time. So next time we'll have to, yeah, not do that with the Regent where we turn our stacked up Sovereign Blade into a minion strike. But yeah, lesson learned.